it regardless.
Now you're definitely a macro guy. You look at the big picture, as you've already said, trends and fundamentals and things like that. So do you? I'm guessing you do, but do you look at do you think that the big picture, the macro picture, I guess the long-term picture is a lot easier and a lot more accurate than the short-term picture?
Yeah, that's a good question because so many people think the shorter the time frame, the closer you can be to being accurate. And all my career, because I was a value manager and through all my macro as a buy-side and sell-side person, I find you stretch it out and I can be pretty accurate. It doesn't mean I'm going to be accurate timing-wise, but I can give you, and I get pushback or I get people kind of wanting to jump over one cycle to the next. And I've created the monster because I'll talk about things that might be out 7 or 8 years. And I have to kind of bring them back in and say, let's get through this cycle before we worry about the next one. But yeah, I think longer term is an easier call from a big perspective standpoint.
Sure. So a lot of people don't know what that means. What is short term? What's medium term? What's long term? And I guess everybody probably has different definitions. So running your funds, the pension funds, et cetera, that you were in before, and now probably your own investments. What is your typical investment time frame or horizon that you're really looking at now? I mean, do you look at it as a couple months, or are you looking at a couple years?
Yeah, I have my core portfolios tend to be somewhere between a year and 5 years. So depending on the situation, sometimes it will be shorter or will be on the short end of that 1 to 5 year. But I'm not afraid to tell people, in certain cycles, buy it. And you may be holding this thing for the next 5, 7, 8 years. And that's kind of what I see coming in the next cycle. I have, as you know, one of the more bearish scenarios out there for 2021, but probably the most bearish. But I tell people the difference between me and the super bear, gloom and doomers, is I do believe there's a recovery cycle that follows this bust. And in that recovery cycle, that'll be the balance of the decade. I think, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think the metals will probably be what the dot-com stocks were to the 90s. And so, getting in 2021 or 2022 and holding to 2027 or 8 may be the way to go.
The trade of the decade, maybe.